Hey there. If you missed my post this morning, I thought I'd jump on and do a quick video this wonderful Friday the 13th because I'm really excited because today marks the launch of a brand new set of services, resources, offerings from me. And it kind of lines up with this crazy energetic shift we've got going on at the moment and the way society's moving, which, unless you've been hiding under a rock, you must have noticed. Things are shifting, things are moving, things are starting to feel a little bit different. And part of that journey for me has been to develop on my own path. And a big piece of work I've been doing, and I know a lot of you have been doing, feeling called to do the same, is around authentic voice and speaking your truth and walking on your true path and removing the masks and all of that deep dive stuff. And that's my journey as well. So this is part of me doing just that. Now I've got a brand new menu to show you exactly what's available through Mojo School. It's our digital platform. It's available as an app 24/7, and you have now more than 30 individual courses on there that you can choose from. So much stuff. There really is something for everyone, and I'll pop the link in this post. I now have 3 membership tiers, which gets you loads of inside access, loads of little extras, and it can save you up to 95% off the list price if you buy courses individually. So well worth a look. There's something for complete beginners if you're looking for mental health and wellness resources. There is a full access all area program, which I know some of you are on right now. And then there's a brand new deep dive mastermind coaching program, which is for all you conscious creators out there. And it's really cool, and I'm really excited because I'm looking for aligned people who are ready to spark some change. Now, you may be called into that space and you may be wanting to shift on your journey. You may be wanting to create resources and share your gifts with other people. You may be looking at moving out of or transitioning out of a space that you've been in for a long, long time and not too sure where to start. This program in particular is for you. It'll give you access to our Storytellers Guild, which is therapeutic storytelling piece of work. Some of you have done that already. And then you're able to share that with other people, right, on their journey. Loads of other things that you can get involved with there. We're moving very much into the energetic and consciousness space in that particular group, especially when we meet in the woods at Halkin. We're going to do lots and lots of work around that, around energy work. We're going to look at healing the mother and father wound, reclaiming our voices, lots of really cool deep dive stuff. And no, this isn't new. This isn't something that I've just jumped on the bandwagon and started to do. Many of you already know that. This is me finally stepping into my truth and into my path. So my first experience with energetic concepts and consciousness was at age 11. So we're talking 30 plus years ago. So I've had a long, long, long journey through my own spiritual awakening and development. And I spent a long time repressing that and hiding that and putting all the masks on because I felt the need to step into corporate spaces and educational spaces and healthcare spaces and to be seeming to be credible and not too woo-woo. And some of those concepts really didn't lend themselves very well to that. So I've kept that voice very much hidden for over 3 decades. And I know a lot of you have done the same because we talk about this, right? A part of my deep work in self-development is to start to get the courage to step into that space without the fear of ridicule, without the fear of being discredited, and all of those things that go alongside what we know as the witch wound, the women's wound. Because that's part of my work, right, is to reclaim my own voice, speak my own truth, and then support others into that same space. So this is my path. Share my wisdom, light the way so that others can do the same. So that mastermind group is going to be really, really cool for anybody whose interest that sparks. I'll also add a link to that one. Now, finally, and possibly the most exciting bit, is the launch today of my private coaching practice. Now, this has been in the making for over a decade, and I have resisted and resisted and resisted for various reasons. But lately, so many people have been in my inbox needing this, wanting this, asking for this. And I didn't have a space to do that, and I didn't have a format or a system to do that. So working through all of the procedures, making sure I had all my quals up to date, all my accreditations and my ethical practices in place, it's taken quite a while. Not to mention refining the actual journeys and the actual programs that I'd like to offer. So it's taken me a while, and now it's ready and it's launched and I have a platform for it. So it is going to be connected to Mojo School. You can book an individual session with me, a deep dive into whatever it is that you want to do, and that will be a very traditional coaching session. You can also book onto one of 2 programs. These are one-to-one spaces, a personal journey with me and you. And there's a 6-session version and there's a 12-session version. The 6-session version will take you on a journey around the medicine wheel framework. And I'm going to do a podcast episode on that particular topic and my deep dive since my journey to Peru back in 2013. There's lots and lots of stuff I want to share about that and how it's led me to this space and why I've chosen to use the medicine wheel framework, which is very particular to Indigenous wisdom and Indigenous culture. There's a very big reason for that. But we're going to take a journey around that over 6 sessions. We're going to start with mapping territory and we're going to move through the 4 quarters of the medicine wheel. And in addition to the one-to-one coaching sessions, you're going to also get unlimited full access to all £5,000 worth of Mojo School content. And I'll hold your hand through that process as we work our way around the medicine wheel together. You'll also have a roadmap, lots and lots of different resources, and you'll have Voxer voice note app to be able to ping some messages backwards and forwards in between sessions. And if you choose to do a real deep dive with me, there's my 12-session program, which I have been working on for so long. One of the reasons I've decided to launch this now, and it teams up with a bit of resistance I still have in my body about this, is that there is so much need for it right now. And there's so much talk in all kinds of different areas that I never would have expected to be about things like consciousness and about frequency and about energy and about the sacred nervous system and about nonlinear dynamics and quantum theory, and all these new insights are coming out that we've known spiritually for eons. And I'm a little bit frustrated with myself for keeping my voice quiet for so long and keeping some of this stuff repressed and hidden. It was just a safety thing. I didn't feel safe to share it because one of my little resistance parts still left is the thought that it may appear like I'm just jumping on the bandwagon right now, and I've all of a sudden started to step into the woo-woo space because there's loads of hashtags and it's become popular. And that is true. I feel safe enough to share now because it's become popular, but I just want to make it really clear that this has been part of my life since as long as I can remember. And these programs have been in development for many years because I knew that one day it would be time to share them. And that time is now. So my 12-session deep dive program covers a lot of these topics. We do a hugely deep dive into concepts like shadow work and parts work and soul retrieval and bringing back the bits that you've given away and reclaiming your power, reclaiming your voice, understanding how energy works, complete alignment, and the practical application of sacred geometry and energetic alignment. So if that is something that interests you, I would suggest that you start off with a bit of basics so we can do a bit of preparatory work and then move on to that deep dive. But if you're ready to rock, I'm ready to be there right with you. So have a look at all the links. And if something sparks your interest, give me a message, jump on the links, book a call, let me know, and let's have a conversation.